Anthony Albanese has paid tribute to Ukraine's courage and resilience in standing up against Russia as he visited the war-ravaged country on personal invitation from President Zelensky. The PM met with the Ukrainian leader, vowing additional support from Australia. Andrea Crothers has the full story.
More military aid, more sanctions, and a promise that Australia will stand by Ukraine for as long as it takes. The PM accepting an invitation from President Volodymyr Zelensky, witnessing firsthand the devastation inflicted by Russia in Ukraine's Kyiv region. Mr Albanese toured 3 towns outside the country's capital, demanding justice.
And here we have what's clearly a residential building. Another one just behind it, brutally assaulted. This is a war crime.
He's the latest head of state to visit Ukraine, joining a host of others, including the leaders of France, Italy, Germany, Britain and Canada.
It's devastating. What you know is that, this isn't a building, this homes. And these are livelihoods and indeed lives that have been lost here in this town. And the fact that you had such a significant force, you can see the use of tanks, missiles, heavy artillery being used in a civilian area. It's just devastating.
The PM didn't turn up empty-handed, promising an extra $100 million in military aid. That includes another 20 Bushmaster mobility vehicles and 14 armoured personnel carriers. It takes Australia's support for Ukraine to $388 million. President Zelensky grateful, but warning more will be needed.
We're fighting a war against Russia. There will never be enough weapons against Russia. It depends not only on one country. Enough weapons is when you have fire superiority, enough to press on Russia for it to quit our territories. So no matter how much one country wants to help, the help of one country would not be enough. I'm thankful for the amount of weapons Australia provides us.
Australia also announced duty-free access for Ukrainian imports, a ban on Russian gold, and slapped existing financial sanctions and travel bans on a further 16 Russian ministers and oligarchs. The PM's trip to Ukraine was kept under wraps for security reasons, the bulk of the travelling media, myself included, remaining in Paris. The trip caps off a week-long visit to Europe, the Prime Minister attending the NATO summit in Madrid before patching up relations with the French President.